Yeah, we're working and we're multitasking.
Yeah. Word. Hey man, what's up everybody? Welcome to Nothing But Dogs Cast. And I'm your host T. My co-host Eugene, he running a few minutes behind, but we're gonna go ahead and kick it off without him. We got Evan with Wild West Bullies here out of AZ. So I'm gonna go ahead and let him introduce himself. He'll tell you a little bit about him.
What's going on, everybody? Well, I'm Edwin with Wild West Bullies, based out of Arizona. It's behind the screen or behind the logo. It's myself and my wife.
Word.
She's behind the scenes, but she does a lot of the work too. Um, yeah, a little bit about us or about myself. I did basically. I did 6 years in the army. I'm a vet. We and then we just got into dogs as soon as I got out.
Word.
6 years ago, we bought our first bully. We got together. Chose a puppy over a baby,
Okay.
and then we just got into dogs ever since then.
Okay.
And then I know you got some questions for me, so I won't say too much on because I'll answer your questions too.
Yeah. Word. So who was your first pup?
So um, we tried to the whole rescue thing. We
Okay.
had a, like a chocolate lab um, rescue that we rescued, but unfortunately she passed because she wasn't vaccinated.
Okay.
So that's what kicked it off. We were all upset, so we found a breeder, local breeder,
Okay.
and we got Remy, who was a 10-time Remy line bloodline, and so
Yep.
we named him Remy. Just stuck with it,
Yeah.
and he showed us, he paved the road for us. He showed us what a bully was. We did our research, started going to shows, fun shows and ABKC shows, and then we acquired my champion Gracie.
Mhm.
uh, right after him we acquired her, um, who also, we were doing our research, and we got her out of New Jersey. Shout out Clutch Kennels because they're amazing.
Yeah. Shout
And
out.
got her from them 6 years ago, and champed her out. And like I said, uh, Clutch, and we just it's been a journey. It's been a journey.
Yeah, it always is. It always is. So did you do the training? Did you train her or did somebody else train her?
So with Gracie, it was a combination. So I had her from the start before I knew what bullies were.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, I got her into protection training, right?
Okay.
'Cause I wanted, I got a bully, a badass dog. I was like, Gracie, I wanted her to be like a bite dog,
Yeah.
not knowing what the breed really was.
Yeah.
Way different.
No
Way
sense.
different. Way
Yeah.
different. And so, so I told the trainer that was training her for that, who was an amazing trainer for that, here locally, I had him switch it to just show training and,
Okay.
healing and stacking and, holding a weight. And so when I took her back after her training, I just picked it up. I started watching videos on Ron Ramos, uh,
Hmm.
Eric Salas, and, different handlers and AKC, and just filled myself with knowledge. And then, between her trainer and myself, we kind of just made it work.
Okay. How long did it take you to champion her out?
It took us it took us 2 years.
Okay.
But she was pregnant she gave me 2 litters in that time. So,
Yeah. So she was working
yeah,
double duty.
yeah, yeah, she was working.
Yeah.
She's a Grand Champion Shamrock daughter. So,
Yeah.
uh, to Champion Ava out of Clutch Kennels.
Okay. So yeah, it's in the pedigree then.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
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 We had to do it.
Yeah. So how long did it take you to pick her?
1 month. 1 month. Yeah,
Yeah.
about a month. Yeah, we
So
knew.
you kind of saw her and was like, "Yep, she's it."
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, don't get me wrong. as a breeder and as a trainer or handler, you know your flaws.
Yeah.
So as she started to mature, we noticed some flaws. And and that's why we don't no longer show her, because she gave us what we wanted out of her. She gave us more than what we wanted out of her.
Absolutely.
And now she just chills. She lives a retired life. She hangs out. She's not worried about a damn thing.
So the flaws that you noticed in her, like a lot of people don't know, what did you do when you bred her to try to eliminate those flaws?
Oh, you always try to, you try to, take an ad from each other, from the male and the female, knowing that most genes pull from the female. You like, she's got a longer snout, so we try to shorten that up.
Yeah.
She did have weak in the pasterns, a little weak in the pasterns. So, we try to, when we did breed her, we went with the male that had a shorter snout, better pasterns, matching top lines, just look for those traits that she was lacking that we could add, and vice versa.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
so,
breeders, please don't get tunnel vision. Don't get kennel vision. There's flaws. It's okay.
Yeah. I mean, and you see that a lot. So you'll see breeders kind of get stuck. They kind of get stuck in their own ways. And they're like, my dogs are perfect.
Yeah.
But the best breeders are like the ones that are like, nah, I can do better. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know my next breed is gonna be better than my last breed.
Exactly.
Even if your last breeding was amazing.
Exactly.
But breeders definitely get tunnel vision. And I guess what advice would you give them as far as that goes?
Just don't give up. Don't give up. Don't overbreed, but don't give up. Follow your vision. That's one of my biggest things. Just follow your vision. If you got to start over. I did. I got two beautiful males, but unfortunately, they're more ripped. They're more, muscle than they are that girth, which they're chasing in the ring. So it's okay to start over. Just follow your vision. Know what you want.
Yeah, and I guess I've done it too. Like my first male, like he's more muscle than girth. And I'm like his father had like he had girth, the mom was small. I'm like, I'll take a shot, and like his head never really popped like I wanted it to. And it's just like he's an awesome dog, great dog, but it's like I don't really want to breed him.
Yeah.
Because it's not what I want. Like vision wise, it's not what I want. So I don't even consider it a loss. Like it's just a learning lesson. Like
exactly.
You're gonna take losses, but like you can either take them if you take your losses as losses and not as lessons, like you're gonna flame out very, very quickly.
Yes, sir.
And you're gonna start to doubt yourself and your decision making and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that's like the one thing that kind of grabbed me. You know what I mean? Like when I saw him, I'm like, yeah, he's the one. Like he gonna be perfect. And like everything except for the girth in the head is there. Like everything. And I'm just like, dude. And I mean,
I know that feeling. I want to chop one head and add it on the other.
That's the one, man. I'm telling you, like, I mean, everything. Like he stance and everything, like off the rip. Like I didn't have to do anything, and I was just like, it just never happened. But what can you do? You either continue on or you quit. But if you quit, I mean, I guess my thing with quitting is you just never know what could have happened. Like you learn from the mistakes. That's the biggest thing. And people don't learn.
Yep.
And then I was talking to one guy, and I think he's from Tennessee. And he was like, man, just feed him more. I'm like, dude, like that doesn't work. Like if it's not in the genetics, like you're just gonna make them fat. Like
you're gonna make them fat. You're gonna look bloated.
Yeah.
Bloated.
Yeah. So I was like, that's not working. And he was like, I had one guy, he told me he like feeds his dogs like 9, 10 cups of food a day. And I'm like, what?
Uh,
Like you feed one dog 9 or 10 cups of food a day? Like that just like I'm just thinking about it, like that can't be healthy. Like
yeah,
it's
yeah,
no,
they can't.
and that's like when I first started, and I'm just like, dog, like what? And then I'm looking at it like, and I actually took like 9 cups of dog food out of a bag of dog food. I'm like,
That's a lot.
dog, you're poor. Like, it's no, like you can't,
Yeah, that's a
you take
lot.
9 cups of food out of a bag of dog, out of a 48 pound bag now, or 44. I mean, they keep getting smaller and the price keeps going
Yeah,
up.
the price keeps going up. I know, trust me. Trust me. I know.
So,
We were helping out a pet store, and I know the prices just kept going up.
yeah, it's nuts, man. So I don't know how he was even feeding his dog. Um, but
I
health.
sup- I supplement, so that always helps. I add some raw in there and
Okay. What
stuff.
what kind what kind of raw do you use?
Well, whatever we can get our hands on, really.
Yeah.
Your basics, your beef, your chicken, chicken gizzards, heart, feet, um, anything with like just anything really that we can get our hands on.
Yeah. Have you had any hard times with like allergies? Like chicken? Because I
Uh,
know like
yes, I've had one or a couple dogs that are allergic to chicken.
okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
hmm Yep. But the ones that aren't allergic get everything but the chicken.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, elk, shit, fruits, vegetables, fruit bowls. My wife does all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you kinda have to.
And when we're sitting at 120 degrees, a fruit bowl for a dog goes a long ways.
Yeah. Yeah, because it hydrates them too.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why we're indoors right now. It's 120 degrees. We don't want to be outside.
Yeah. So yeah, so how do you keep them hydrated? Do you have like a running fountain or
Honestly, we do a lot of water activities. So we
okay.
just, they're out there playing with the hose. We at our last house, we bought those kid, those sprinkler for the kids
Yeah.
to play on.
Yeah.
We get those. We just hydrate, just constant water.
Yeah. Because I
Yeah.
mean that has to be hard. I mean, I was in the military. I was in the Marines for 8 years. So
Thank you. Thank
we
thank you
did,
for
yeah,
service.
thank you, man. Yeah, we did workups over there, and I mean, heat casualties was a thing. Like it was real. And
Yeah,
people wouldn't hydrate and they pass out. And you know, then you gotta take the stick
I
and
know. I know. I've done. I do solar maintenance in the
okay.
mornings
Yeah.
out there, and the weather is brutal, man. And I was a heat casualty at one point. It was 145 on the roof,
Yeah.
and it was blazing hot.
Yeah.
Actually, it's funny you were talking about it because in Arizona you can get fined for walking your dog in over 100-degree weather.
Really?
Yeah,
That's crazy. I mean, I understand. I definitely understand. Because I
yeah,
mean, you really don't sweat. Um, so I mean, you get dehydrated super quick,
yep.
and I imagine for them, they may get dehydrated even quicker.
Well, it's and again, we're on the subject. I actually Remy, my
Mhm.
dog that I was telling you guys about Remy. That's how I lost him. He was a heat casualty, and
Mhm.
it took a total of maybe 3 minutes. Sunday morning, break of the morning, I open up my sliding door, send everybody outside. We come inside, they're using the bathroom, or at least we thought, and we just hear barking, and we yell for the dogs, and only one comes, and then we'll turn the corner, and there's Remy like on his side, just heat casualty.
Yeah.
having a heat stroke, and we tried the whole lemon, we tried the whole alcohol, rubbing alcohol, nothing. We rushed him to the vet, and unfortunately we lost him. But
Yeah,
but
yeah, and that's tough, man. Like it happened that quickly.
yeah, it was like a blink of an eye. And
Yeah,
that's how brutal the heat is out here. It's crazy. It gets hot.
yeah, yeah. So I know you said water activities. What other type of? So are all the dogs in the house with you guys, or do they have a separate?
I have a dog set up right now. So we actually just purchased the home 2 months ago,
Okay.
and we're in the process of building. But right now we have a whole spare bedroom, like like a good sized bedroom where we have everybody in crates.
Okay.
We like triple insulated it. We have a mini split in there. Keeps it like 68 degrees at all
Yeah.
times. I run on my electricity bill so high just for them. But yeah, man, we keep them cool, and then we take them out early in the morning. Um, we take them out during the day, but it's supervised, and they go out there, they come back right back in, and then at night they go out and they play and do what they do. They're kind of nocturnal in the summer.
Okay.
Night, yeah.
Yeah. So how hard is it to keep all of the energy, like, because they can't go out during the day? So I know they like balls of energy, like ready to go.
And that is the trainer in me. I took a 2-year course on dog training and body language, and just how to work with the dog. And another local trainer of ours, a good friend of mine, showed me some techniques. So they're constantly always training. So we do indoor training where you got to sit before you come out of your crate. You know what I mean? Like you sit, you wait, your crate's open, but you're not invited out until I say you're okay to come out.
Mm-hmm.
And same when they go in, it's, I don't just open my door and let everybody rush the door to go in. It's by name, so and so come in, so and so come in. Yeah, and they're, like you would on a video on Facebook.
Yeah.
Well, just border collies, it's one at a time.
Yep.
Same thing. They're always working. We're always doing something with them, for
Yeah.
sure.
So how long does it take for you to normally get them into the routine?
Honestly, so my training course for boarding, I give my customers 2 weeks, two free
Okay.
weeks, because in 2 weeks I can I feel like I'm confident enough to build a bond in those 2 weeks with any dog.
Mm-hmm.
And it's whether it's walking, playing, I get to meet this dog, build a connection, and then boom, they're on my schedule like within 2 weeks.
Yeah. So what do you tell your customers after the 2 weeks?
Y'all better keep up with it.
Because I know one of my friends here, he boards, and I know he's had a couple of customers where it's like the dogs, they just lose everything. But it's because and they'll lose it quick, like very quickly if you're not doing it.
Yep.
So I know if he's had customers that are just like, it's not working, like, and he's like, are you doing this? And she's like, no.
No, and I try to like, I know. So with trainers, everybody trains differently.
Yeah.
But I tell my customers, like, if you can just give me 15 minutes, if you can just raise the bull and say sit, and then put the bull down and then say wait, we're doing something. Anything works. Just give me 15 minutes a day.
And do the commands you use the same commands regardless?
Yeah.
Right.
Same commands.
And you give them to the client, and then it's up to them to keep it up.
Correct. And we do follow-ups. So, at the end of the session, I take time, or we schedule a time so I can show the customer everything. And then we do follow-ups, whether it's monthly or 6 months from now.
Okay.
The customer can hit me up, as long as it's not like something way different that we didn't touch on.
Yeah.
We'll fix anything. and I hate it because it's free.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
we're paying customers, you know, like you can
yeah,
hit me a year from now. I'll be like, all right, I know you were a customer, so let's do it.
yeah, but like that's gonna set you apart from somebody else.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? As far as like customer service, and I think people lose sight in that too. Um,
yeah,
so
yeah.
when you
We live like we moved about an hour on the, like about an hour from people, so
oh,
to speak.
okay.
You know, we moved away from the actual the valley,
Yeah,
Phoenix. We're about an hour south of Phoenix, and people make the drive. You know,
yeah.
and then
And
they make the drive as long as you provide that customer service. You know, we've been out here 2 months, and everybody's been out here. Like they come and see us out here.
yeah. And
They don't.
people will pay for that. Like they'll pay extra for good customer service. I do.
I do.
like I hate bad customer service. Like that's one of the worst things, man.
Yeah.
Uh and you lose people. They like my mom used to tell me all the time, man, look, you get more bees with honey. Like very simple. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You know, when I'm a kid, I'm like, what are you talking about? And then
Yeah.
she explained it. I'm like, all right, yeah, you're right. That makes sense.
Yep. Yep.
Um, so with your how long have you been boarding?
So we just offered the boarding
Okay.
because we have the room. Uh,
Hmm.
we were dog sitting uh, and doing like we're going on 2 years of dog sitting and like boarding.
Okay.
Um, and but these last couple months we've actually hit really hard on our training.
Okay.
And if you're local or even out of state, I've got we got a dog from Florida right now. You know, they made the drive and dropped them off. Um, but if you want to pull up my flyer, I got my flyer on my Instagram. You know, we've been at it this last couple months. We've just been pushing training, boarding, and show training. Just you know, pushing it really, really, really hard. It's the blue and yellow flyer.
Okay. Let me get that pulled up.
And you know, we've been really pushing it. We've been blessed. We've had dogs from Texas. We've had dogs from Florida, California, bunch of local dogs. It's it's funny because my out of state people be supporting more than my locals.
And that's crazy. That's crazy. Hey man, but that reach is gonna help.
Yeah, you know, there it is. And yeah, so you know, if you're a local and you're looking for any kind of training, any kind of man, if you guys questions in general, shoot us a message, honestly, because the wife and I were actually discussing that we were thinking about bringing the progesterone machine and the ultrasound machine to dog shows. I know you're not supposed to have a female in heat there, but
Yeah.
if you're a local and you need a service done, like on a Sunday or a Saturday evening after the show, and you can't get your vet, like we already got the supplies in the vehicle. Like let's go and do it. You know what I mean? Let's go knock it out. So we were talking about doing something like that. But if you're local and you're looking for training, any kind of services, mild wound care, you know, just shoot us a message. We'll take care of it.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. And I didn't even see this flyer earlier,
Yeah,
but
man.
that's dope.
And you know, we got I feel like we got our hands full with a lot of stuff that we got to offer.
Mhm.
You know, as simple as dog sitting, you know, we got a lot. We've had a lot of local customers that do the dog sitting, but as well as that progesterone and the AI. So you know, that people don't know unless you ask. So we do it. We do it all.
Yeah.
And
So
if
as
we
far,
know, we got a connection for it somewhere.
yeah, yeah. So as far as like your prices go, are they the same for every breed or is it different depending?
No, man, it's all the same across the board. It's all
Okay.
the same across the board. Actually, I like to make it simple so that you know when you pull out cash from the ATM, it's all equal. You
Hey,
know,
I
you
like that. That hey,
can't come up with an excuse that the ATM wouldn't give you.
yeah, yeah, that's perfect.
You know,
Yeah.
so it's all the same. It don't matter if it's a damn. We had a Yorkie, a Yorkie ask us to get bread, or some a Yorkie breeder wanted us to, $50. AI is $50. It's easy,
Yeah.
simple as that. We she's done barbles or barbells,
Yeah.
big old dogs, no dog, and it's in the flyer. Any breed, any size, any problem, we take care of it. We're here.
Hey. So if you're in Arizona and you need it,
Yep.
they got it. It's super simple. The IG's there at Wild West Bullies _AZ.
The
The
work
phone
system,
number's there.
it's all there.
Yeah. So man, if y'all need the service, tap in. And he said if he doesn't do it, you got somebody that he can point you in the right direction. So
We will for sure.
yeah. So I know a lot of people kind of here, like I'm in Virginia.
Mhm.
So there aren't a lot of people that are doing it outside of the vets. Um and I guess I don't know if they're scared or if it's just like they don't think it's cost effective for them. Like, and what would you say to those people?
For the reproductive services.
Yeah,
Well, there's a fine line. I'll tell you that much. Like, I'm not gonna lie in front. I mean, there's a fine line. We've done a lot of research on it. I mean, as long as you're not what's the word I'm looking for? You're not confirming, like you're not actually like diagnosing somebody
yeah,
or someone's dog.
yeah.
You're kind of in the clear, so to speak.
Okay,
It's open book. As long as you're not diagnosing, like physically telling the customer this is what's going on, you're
yeah,
kind of like in the clear, so to speak.
okay.
and,
Cool.
and you just gotta, and it all comes with experience. You know what I mean? Like, again, we've been doing this for 6 years, so we bred our females. We've done PGs. We know how they work.
Yeah,
We tell the customer what we've learned from other customers, from our own females. We got um, binders full of dates, and how we're keeping track of our females, and what day she spiked and what day she didn't spike, and split heats, and so on and so forth. So we try to just
yeah,
educate. We're not trying to diagnose. We're just going to fill you with information. Here's your PG numbers. Do what this is what we've experienced.
this is what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how we work around it.
Okay. All right. So you guys do everything. Um.
A
So
little
you
bit,
a
not
little bit of everything.
a little bit of everything. Not to exclude surgeries. We don't do
Yeah, 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 yeah.
none of that stuff.
Yeah. None of the surgeries. That's a lot.
No, no, no. Yeah, we have a really good vet, local vet. So if you're local, shoot me a message. I'll send you. I'm not gonna shout them out, but they're good vet because they won't hook me up. I'll send you their way. They're phenomenal. They're great. They're great.
Yeah. Yeah. My I don't know if my co-host is gonna make it or not, man. He's busy. I know he's busy. I talked to him, so
It's all
you know
good.
I know he's tired, and I know he's busy. So it's
Okay, it's a true blessing just to even be on the podcast in general,
yeah,
especially after we kind of hit a bumpy road, and we were trying to see where we were going, what path we were taking, and
yeah.
got your message, and I was like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, man. And I like my biggest thing is like I'm trying to build a network where like if somebody hits me up and they're looking for something specific, I can say I know a guy. Like you don't have to look. Like I know a guy. You know what I'm saying? Like so if I get a message from somebody and they're looking for something specific, a certain bloodline, I can say, man, you know what? I got you. And I can send them straight to you. And I'm not looking for nothing from it, but I just want to, like, I feel like if I can make a dog community, I can't do it by myself, but if we can make a dog community, like all my guests, like we can make it better. because it's a lot of negativity in the, especially in the bully world. It's a lot of negativity. It's a lot of hatred. Uh, you know, and I think that's part of that tunnel vision thing.
Yep.
Where breeders can't see past their own dogs. Like you can't say. I know a lot of guys that won't say, man, like, man, he has a tough dog. But the next show, I'm gonna bring something for him. Like
Yeah.
that's the best way to be. Like friendly competition just makes everything better.
Yeah.
And it'll make the breed better. It's gonna make you better as a breeder.
And that's why I love handling, and I love handling next to showing dogs next to Hannah,
Yeah.
or Kiara, or those big handlers, because it's just or Devin. Devin is just amazing. It's just watching them and just the way they move every dog and position and communicate to dogs.
Yeah.
You just got to work together. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
share the knowledge. It's,
That's it, man. And like, so I mean, I know we talked about it earlier, but what I'm trying to put together, and I'm not gonna put it out there yet, but I'm trying to put something together, and I want to have some people that are really good with showing and obedience.
Yeah.
At the kind of forefront of it. And I want it to be big. Like we're gonna try to make it big. And we're gonna try to keep it affordable to where, like it's not super expensive or anything like that. And like I said, I'll probably make the announcement next month, but I wanna make it so it's fun. And I think with this way it'll be fun, and everybody will get something out of it.
Yeah.
Whether it's your first time or you've done it a million times.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I mean, I just feel like we can definitely do better with the networking and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like I got a friend that's in Arizona, and I don't know what he's doing, but he was talking about getting a dog. Like he lives in Phoenix.
Send him my way.
Like he lives in Phoenix. So if that's the breed he wants, if that's what he's looking for, I can just point him to you now.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to look far for anything.
And you know what? And that's one of the things that we strive for here locally. We want to be that source. Like, we want to be where people reach out and dude, it was like 9:00 at night the other day, and we were doing a PG for somebody, and like, if you serious about your breeding and you want it to happen in the middle of the night, like, call me.
Yeah.
That's what we want to do. We're here for everybody, and that's what we try to do locally, and we bring that same energy to every dog show we attend. If you meet, like, I've seen first timers jump in the ring and they're trying to go in there with a leash and collar. Like, I try to educate and pull them aside. Some handlers won't do that. Some will just walk past it.
Just let you go, right?
Just or it's just a fix when they reverse the lead and they got the lead on wrong.
Yep.
Just come in.
Simple stuff.
Simple stuff.
The little things.
Some people just walk past it, but not myself, not my wife. We pick up on that. I got nothing to win. I feel like I need to.
I mean, I guess I've always been in a space where if I win, it's always going to be somebody out there trying to outdo you. Like whenever you win, like somebody's going to work harder. Like somebody that came in second place, they're like, all right, now I got to work harder.
Yep.
So you gotta keep a certain level with you, so that person that came in second place is working at 3 a.m. while you sleep, so they don't pass you. But I mean, that's the beauty of like the competitions and the shows. And another question I got for you: with the shows, do you feel like the shows are more like preference? Or do you feel like the judges go off more preference or off of, like the actual standard?
I'm getting told I gotta watch what I say on this one.
Yeah, and I mean if that's too deep, we can curve around that. We'll leave it. You know.
You know what? Sometimes, sometimes you do got to throw the right handler in there. Um, Sometimes you just need the right handler in the ring, and unfortunately, they take the win. So we'll just leave it at that.
We'll leave it there.
So,
We'll leave it there.
everyone knows what happens at shows.
Yeah.
But sometimes you got to throw in the towel, put in a better handler or a known handler, and go from there.
Yeah. So what do you think who's your biggest prospect right now that you are putting in the ring that you want to champion out?
Um, well, I just I got two that are sitting beside me. I just picked up a Shamrock, another Shamrock pup off of Subline out in California. And shout out them. I picked up a beautiful blue try off of them, who I have really high hopes for. She's 8 weeks and 10 weeks, 10 weeks, and she's female. She's got a really clean features.
Mhm.
So I'm hoping for her. And then I picked up a dog that got rehomed to us from the House of Isa. Shout out Natalia.
Yeah.
Um, I picked up a female from them that needed to get rehomed. Show dog already.
Mhm.
And so I am going to train her up and we're going to hit Texas in 3 weeks. 3 weeks. So I got 3 weeks to get to work with her. She's one, and I'm planning on championing her out. That's the goal. One
Okay.
show, 3 weeks.
All right. So you got a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
And shout out to House of Issa. She was on the show
Yeah, I know.
last year. She's dope.
She, she
And
is a close, really dear friend of ours. Like we've had her. I'll tell you what. We've learned how to whelp with each other. We flew her from Texas on her first litter.
yeah.
We both knew how to whelp litter. So Issa is an amazing person. If you guys don't follow Issa, you guys should.
Yeah, definitely, man. And she works, man. She works.
Boy, let me
Like
tell
it's crazy. Like, and I'm just talking about like
you,
what I see.
construction,
Yeah,
dogs, makeup, hair, photography,
yeah.
finance, dude, it's endless.
I
Shout out
don't
her husband,
I don't know if she sleeps.
dude. For real. Man, that woman is something else. Her and her husband and her son are amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but you guys are moving. Like,
Yeah.
now you guys are kind of creating your lane and your path. And I think that's what was kind of hard for me with this, is trying to figure out where I wanted it to be.
Yeah.
And I wanted it to be based more on like knowledge and growth and the network, where I could do stuff like for clickbait, and I could talk about people's dogs and do the negative stuff, and I'll get 1 million views. Or I could do it like this, and we might get 400.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I take the 400 over the 1 million to just look for the drama.
Yeah. Drama's gonna come regardless. Haters are gonna hate regardless. No matter what.
They're gonna hate. They're gonna come.
Yeah.
And I've had like
they're gonna pick this podcast apart. They don't.
Yeah. Always, man. And I'm cool with it. But that's why I said I don't like scripted podcasts. Like, I feel like if you say something, you say it, and then if you say something and you're like, you know what, I shouldn't have said that. And you just come back on the podcast and you say, last time I was on here, I said this. Let me fix it. Like it's easy enough, man. And I always try to be honest with everybody. I don't sugarcoat, and like your vision is different than mine. So I might not like your dogs, but somebody likes your dogs. You might not like mine. You know, like that's the way it works. But I feel like if everybody is going, like if you're building off the standard and you're working towards your vision for that standard, then there are qualities that I'm gonna like in your dog regardless.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
There's someone once told me there's a buyer for everything. So it don't matter. It don't matter what, like you said, your
yeah,
dog is not my dog. My dog's not yours, but somebody will pay for the stud.
yeah. And it's so much like that's another thing I don't get because it's so much money everywhere.
Everywhere.
Like it's no way I can spend. I've seen guys spend in some of those Facebook groups, dude. I've seen them spend like I BS you not, probably 4 days, 4 or 5 days going back and forth with each other. And I'm like, dog, you know what I can do in 4 or 5 days? Like every time I get on there, I just want to see good looking dogs, see nice studs, nice females that need studs. Like, hey, I got something for you. And then I see all this extra stuff, and I'm just like, oh, y'all still on here talking about this?
So and so pulled so and so's papers, and then they go and
Yeah, the papers is hung and da 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 da. I'm like, come on, man. It's not that serious.
Yeah.
It is, but it's not like for that kind of forum. Like I feel like they take it and they turn it into something it shouldn't be.
Right.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I agree with you on that.
Yeah. So do you have any litters coming up?
Litters, we maybe two. I don't want to say too much on them because one of them is my champion female. I want to breed her one more time
Okay.
to Grand Champion Bambino, a local dog. Shout out Jose. But I don't know if I want to breed her or not. She's chilling. She's living her best life. You know. And then I got an Oro daughter that Jose again. He's breeding first, and then we co-own. So we're gonna do something there.
Okay.
I don't want to speak too much on it just because it's nothing confirmed yet.
Yeah, nothing concrete. That makes
No,
sense.
Right now, my biggest focus is just dog training and showing dogs. You know what I mean? And providing the reproductive services. That's one of the things that we're focusing on a lot. We don't. Our bread and butter is not breeding. It's a plus, but but it's definitely not something we stress on. We're trying to still live our life and provide good life to our current dogs, and then help other customers with their dogs. It's one of the biggest things, and there's a lot of beautiful, like you said, there's a lot of beautiful dogs that don't get shown. And so, it's my job to go out there and pick them up and be like, yo, let's go out there.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So so what do you feel about like the Merle phase?
You know what? I love the color.
Yeah.
I love the color, but I can't do it. I can't do it. It's not my market for the dogs that I have sold. One is not my market, and two, it's not my focus. In my bio, I strive for quality dogs, and I don't know much about Merles like other people do. And for that reason, I stay in my lane. Stay in my lane. I do what I know, and that I respect it. I love the color. There's some dope ass Merle males out there and females out there, but it's just not me.
Yeah.
And same with exotics. I love me a little exotic. I want one so bad, a table dog, but it can't do it.
Yeah, and I love the color too, but I find it a lot of, especially newer breeders, they chase the color and forget the structure and forget everything else. and I noticed like the market, like it went from like a few hundred merles to like a million merles in like no time.
Yeah.
And like a lot of them were missing the structure.
Yeah.
Um,
Because they were focused on color.
yeah. And I that's where quality comes in for me. Like I feel like you get your structure, and then like even if you just have a fawn male, let's say you have a fawn male, you don't even have a try, or if you can get your structure, you build your structure, and then if you want to add color, you can add color later. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep. Yep.
so
That color can always come later. Focus on that health. Just
yeah,
those healthy, sell those healthy pups rather than like because I've had local people reach out like, you want to breed my merle to my merle, and I don't know, but all I know is that you can't do that.
yeah, no,
All I know is you can't do that.
yeah,
And they
like
don't know.
that.
So they don't know
Hey, that might be the first thing I do. The first thing I do know, you can't breed Merle with Merle. Like,
yeah, and
it's a no-no.
you have people that just jump into it and they're like, I'm gonna breed this merle to this merle and get more merles. Like, no, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, you have a mess on your hands, a complete mess.
You know?
Yeah, but the exotics, I I like the exotics. I just like a dog that can move.
Me too.
And I've seen a couple exotics that can move, like
Yeah.
they can flat out move, and then I've seen some that can't. Um, and like I said, no knock on them
Nope.
because somebody is gonna buy them.
Yeah, there's a huge market for it.
Huge, it's huge. And I mean, just those big heads, still got the big heads and everything, and they look dope. They look dope.
Yeah,
And
but the way my bank account is set up,
yeah,
I'm a
yeah,
dog trainer.
yeah, yeah. And your wife's not having it. She's over there like, nope.
She stays at home and does the other stuff.
Yeah.
She don't want that on her hands.
Hey, listen, my girlfriend told me, she said, you're not buying another dog right now. No, it's not happening. Okay. I feel it.
That's what I said about this Stormy, this rehome. I was like, I like her. I want her. And she was like, we don't need another dog. I was like, I'm keeping her.
Yeah, I've been actually looking at a Frenchie.
Me too. Let me know if you find a good Frenchie breeder.
I know a very, very good Frenchie breeder.
I want like a show.
So my guy, he's actually in the UK.
Okay.
But he has they're nice, and he breeds for structure.
Yeah. I don't know shit about Frenchies either with all the colors. I just want a basic ass dog that's gonna show. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
Because it'll be a pet home after that. I don't want to breed it.
Yeah. So
it's Frenchie title. That's it.
Yeah, he's nice, man. Like we're working on some stuff. But this is, let me see.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so that's Cincy. He's nuts.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
But
nice.
So he's basically so he's trying to make like the perfect Isabella.
Right.
Frenchie, and like that's what he breeds for. Like that's his lane. He not going outside of it. But he's breeding, he's breeding for that. And he feels like he's getting close, and then he's like, nope, got more to do. So like that's the kind of people that I want to work with. Like, yeah, I'm never satisfied.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's that's the type of people again that I want to surround myself with.
Yeah,
I got a good group of guys out here in locally that are part of the Elite Edge.
yeah,
I'm sure you heard of
yep,
them, and they we run some stuff back and forth from each other, and I love to pick their brains. They got like 20 years on me, so I love to
yeah,
pick their brains and shout
hey,
out to them. They're amazing.
yeah. That's important, man. Super important. What
Yeah.
um, what I know you said a Frenchie. Is that the only other dog that you've like kind of been thinking about outside of the bully breed?
No, I've been thinking. Or well, yes, I've been thinking. Um, I'm in between a Doberman, a giant Schnauzer, or a Malinois. A
You trying to
straight up,
get your bite dog?
yeah, a straight up working dog. And all three of those are aggressive as shit. Just in case anybody knows.
Yeah.
But all three of them, well, two of the three, I want to show. So
Okay.
that's the only reason.
Yeah.
I want to show Doberman and I want to show a giant Schnauzer and see
Yeah.
what I can do with
And
them.
how long does it take to train a bite dog?
Honestly, I don't know. I wouldn't do it. I got a friend out here does protection training out here in the valley.
Uh-huh.
He's worked for a lot of police departments. He's been featured on live PD.
Yep.
Um, he's had features on TV, and he's a good trainer. So I would have him train
Okay.
me. Yeah,
Yeah. I think I wanna kinda I wanna take the podcast on the road soon.
you should.
Uh
You should.
yeah. So I've been thinking about it, man. And I think the hardest part is like finding a cameraman to come with me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I might just buy my daughter a camera and let her be my camera woman and let her do it, you know?
Or- No, you should. You should. And I watched this podcast, and I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you so you can
Yeah,
watch it. But I like what they do. They go around and they do travel. It's a celebrity podcast, and they
yeah,
do travel from celebrity house to celebrity house, and they drink on there and smoke some shit and
yeah,
talk shit all
yeah,
and so that I'll send it to you. You'll like it. And dude, doing this, like, can you imagine doing this on the sidelines at a show or something?
yeah.
Like a
That'd be
show
dope.
in person type podcast. I don't know. It'd be
Yeah, I'm trying to go to I think I'm gonna go to George Mosley show in Tampa.
okay.
Um I think it's August 27th or 28th. But they're doing like the Masters of Bullies. Um so you get like whoever wins gets like a master's coat,
Damn.
trophy, like you know what I mean, like crazy. Like
Yeah.
so it should be like a dope environment. And it's like a huge show too. Is my understanding on it. So
So we got I don't know. I'm gonna pronounce this shitty, but in Lubbock, Texas,
uh-huh.
August 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 13th, we'll be out there for the ABKC show. So
Okay. Yeah,
um,
I'll be on vacation that week. Um
lucky dog.
yeah, yeah. I'll be on a nice long vacation, much needed. But yeah, I wanna get to some shows and actually do like some live content, some live streaming um at the shows. And hopefully it kind of gets people to want to be involved in showing.
Yeah, we need more people out there. I mean, some of these shows do seem kind of dry. Like we went to one, I won't say where, but we went to one, and there was a handful of people. Like
Yeah,
like the classes were two or three dogs. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like
that's nuts.
Yeah, and so like more people, the more people, the merrier. And you need people like myself, or not just myself, but just people that are willing to show these up and comers, or these people trying to learn,
Yeah,
show them how to do it. Like you just
yeah.
gotta stop being scared about your
You didn't.
ego. Ego is the biggest thing. It's like your ego. Drop your ego. Show
Yeah,
somebody what they're doing wrong, so more people want to go. More people want to do it.
yeah. Did you have handling on your flyer?
I do. I do got handling on there.
Yeah.
Um, show ring etiquette. I am taking clients on. Shoot me a message. I'll be in Texas, like I said, and then we got Vegas and California and a couple other shows.
Okay.
Yeah, we are accepting clients nonstop, man, nonstop. We love it, love it.
That's
Bring your
dope.
dog.
You gotta do it. You gotta do it. The dog business is not a get rich quick scheme.
Oh hell
So
no,
please don't think it is when you get involved.
no. We're still trying to figure that part. Somebody told us it was. So I'm still trying to. 6 years in, and I'm trying to figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah. So the red doesn't really go away fast.
No, no,
Yeah.
no, no.
All right, man. Well, we've been at it. We've been at it for an hour, man. It goes by quick.
That's crazy. Oh shit. Nah, man, I definitely want to appreciate you, and like I want to thank you. It's a huge opportunity. Like I said, I wasn't expecting this, especially when we just put out that flyer. Like we said we know this stuff. Why not offer it? And it was finally
Absolutely.
our vision cleared up, and we said let's hit it, let's knock it out, and then we got blessed to be on this and be able to promote ourselves and what we got to offer. And please don't, anybody watching and listening, if you got any questions, feel free to hit us up, Wild West Bullies. The text tab on the Instagram is my wife's direct number. Like don't harass her, please. And you can send any question, anything you got. Like, if you got a prospect that you think has got it, shoot me a video. Like let's chop it up. Just please do not get offended. If I'm gonna give you if you're gonna send me a video and you want me to critique your dog, please don't get offended. Like I'm gonna tell you what I think based on what I can see. And so if you're gonna send me a video and you got Easty Westies, and I'm gonna tell you the feet are messed up, but it's
Yeah.
only because that's what you showed me. Um, but I'll break a dog down any day. I'll be honest. I'm not gonna be rude or mean or whatever. I'm just gonna be honest. Um, it's just my opinion. But again, I'm an open book. Shoot me a message. Whatever you find me to go out.
Yeah, man. Hey,
You got,
man. It's
you
a
got
blessing
this.
to have you, man. I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate tell your wife thank you for letting you get on the show and
She didn't
giving up.
want to jump on, man. I wanted her to, so people can
Yeah.
see this too. But she was like, I didn't do my makeup.
Yeah, well, I appreciate the time, man. Like the knowledge, everything.
Yeah,
And like I
man.
said, I'm gonna share your flyer on my page.
Thank
Um,
you.
anything you need from me, if you got something going on, send it to me. I'll share it. Like I said, man, let's build a strong network
Yes.
and make this thing work for us, man.
Likewise, and again, if you personally, if you guys need anything as a podcast, as like we were talking earlier, as
Yeah,
anything you need, you know what I'm talking about.
yeah,
Let me know. Let me know. I got you. We'll chop it up. I'm cheap. I'm cheap. Let's just dog training is cheap. Don't let these other dog trainers wax you, man. Like some are worth it, but hit us up. We're here for you guys.
That's what's up, man. I appreciate you. Nothing but Dogs Cast, Wild West Bullies. Thank y'all for tuning in. We out of here.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.